Hey Erica, you want to come on in?
Hey,
How are you?
okay, how are you doing?
Good, thank you. So what's been going on this week?
Well, it's been an interesting week.
Yeah.
Since we last met, my son actually did something really interesting.
Okay.
I took the door off. I went ahead and I put it back on because I kind of just wanted him to know that I supported him, but I given him the opportunity, to do right.
Right.
So I gave him that option and he's like,
Okay.
yeah, I would prefer to put it back on. So we put it back.
Okay.
So I want to say it's been maybe 4 days ago on the weekend. We're all downstairs as a family hanging out, and he's like, I'm going to go upstairs and go to bed. So it was really quiet. 12 o'clock, we're all getting ready to go to bed. I'm like, let me just check on him. I normally never do, give him his little privacy. I usually say just good night. And I opened the door and I'm like, good night. And I didn't see his head, so I got a little bit closer and I realized he was not there. So I called his cell phone and the cell phone was off.
I was off.
So I started panicking. I'm like, do I call the police? But realistically, let's just, be rational. He snuck out.
Okay.
So I mentioned it to his siblings, and they're like, do you want us to go look for him? I'm like, no, I'm just gonna wait it out. So I went and I decided to get in his bed and wait for him.
Okay.
So I want to say 3 hours later.
Also like 3 a.m.
It was 3 a.m.
Wow.
Sunday morning. He comes into the room. He doesn't turn the lights on. He actually went through the window. So now he's leaving our house exposed, and gets in the bed, and then he realized I was there, and I scared him so badly. And instead of me immediately started screaming, I started questioning him. Why would you do this? He's like, why would I do this? I'm like, because this is my bed and my house, and why would you sneak out instead of just asking for permission? And so he's got really defensive. He ran downstairs and left.
Okay. So you said you were questioning him and then he kind of turned that around on you?
Exactly. Really shocked. I was like, what does he mean? So I want to say 3 hours later, it's like 6 or maybe 7 o'clock, I got a call from my mom that he was at the house and that he was safe, but he just felt like we needed some space.
Okay. So he left your house again. Am I hearing that right? Okay.
Exactly.
Left again.
Exactly.
How did you feel when you found out that he went to your mom's house?
Well, I felt two things. At least I know he's safe.
Right.
But I felt like he's truly tested me at this point by him storming at the house again, questioning me why I was in his room and not acknowledging what exactly happened.
Right.
And then storming out again and going to my mom's.
Right, yeah.
So I was really, really frustrated about this. Now, just to make a long story short, he's still at my mom's.
Okay.
And, she was like, just let me, take care of this for a little while. Give it the week the most, and then we can regroup as a family and talk about it. She did ask me, how did I feel about it?
Right. So, it's been about 3 days or so that he's been there?
Yes.
Is that usually a safe place that he goes to?
No, not really. No, I think he's scared on how I'm gonna react to this. This was something drastic that I did by waiting for him.
Right.
I don't know, it was actually just something, I thought about because I wanted to see a reaction. I wanted to see what he was going to do.
Right.
And I guess his thing was to flee.
That's interesting. Well, I'm wondering where he went when he snuck out. Do you think that he went to possibly, I know in the past we've talked about him experimenting with drugs. Do you think that's where he went, or was he?
Well, my mother said that she did smell alcohol on his breath.
Okay.
And she confronted him about that. He told her, of course, not to tell me.
Of course.
And she just told him that he would have to stay put and be in the house and you know, if this is what the decision that we as a family made, that he will stay here until it cools down. So where I'm at now is, okay, in a couple of days they'll probably be back home, and I have to figure out a solution to this new behavior, because
Right.
really alcohol was never something that I concerned about in the past. It was more of the marijuana that we
Right.
just found out about.
So are you feeling like you can't really trust him?
Totally. I'm at a loss. I'm like, why is he now acting out? I've heard from my friends that this is, you know, normal. These are the things that they're going through. We have an appointment. Unfortunately, we weren't able to get with his school counselor immediately. So we have an appointment that's coming up, and they're supposed to refer a actual counselor for him to talk to,
Good.
or some options.
Is he open to that?
I don't know yet, because we really haven't addressed it. He talked to the pediatrician, and they discussed some, you know, options for him, and, you know, kind of like a pre-counseling to see where he
Right.
was, and if he was, you know,
And he
any
was
type
open
of
to that?
immediate danger. And yeah, he has a good relationship with Dr. Bell,
Okay.
and he seemed to be open to whatever we wanted to do, because of him feeling embarrassed and like whatever you want at that point.
So do you think he will attend the counseling sessions?
Well, that will be something that we will say, if you don't, then this is going to be the consequence.
Okay.
I haven't decided on what that will be yet,
Okay.
but it will definitely be a consequence. Another thing that I'm going to do is talk to my mom about, listen, next time this happens, get in the car with him and drive him back home, because we don't want this to become a pattern.
Do you feel that he may have disrespected you by leaving without telling you again for the second time?
Definitely. Disrespect, you know, questioning me. I mean, I know he's getting older, but yeah, definitely questioning me and just undermining my authority. He knows that if he wants to go out, that's fine, but to be out till 3 a.m., no.
Right. Without you knowing.
Exactly. Anything could have happened to him, and it was, you know, we were all worried.
Right. And I'm sure you expressed that to him, right? That you were worried, and I mean,
of course, yeah.
mothers, that's what they do.
Yes, I expressed that to him. My mother actually laid into him about, everybody was worried.
Right.
You know, his first action should have been to apologize
Okay.
and to address whatever the concern was. According to her, it was a big party that, you know, doesn't happen but twice a year, and he didn't go to the first one, and he wanted to attend, and he knew that I would say no because of this, you know, marijuana incident that we're dealing with.
Okay, well, that's a lot. I mean, you're going through a lot with that, and that's hard and frustrating and everything else. So is there anything else that's going on with you right now?
I mean, just trying to figure out what I'm gonna do when he gets back in the home, trying to get a plan together.
Okay.
My core thing is I want the whole family to be united with this, so he doesn't have a out.
Okay.
And then just to figure out an immediate plan so that he knows that this cannot happen again.
Right.
If it's something that you want to do, let's discuss it, and we have some type of middle ground. You can go, but be home by 12.
Right.
You know.
Okay.
Don't assume that I'm going to say no, even though, yeah, you do have some issues that we're dealing with right now.
Yeah. So, what else is going on with him, maybe that's not like on the surface, like the drugs and stuff? Do you think there could be something deeper?
Well, I think that he is kind of feeling like, you know, he doesn't have his father in his life, and not having those, you know, those two people to guide him. He only has me. And I feel like he kind of tests, you know, my authority as, you know, a woman, instead of having a man where he's so used to having that strong figure in his life to say, you're not going to do this. This is what we expect of you.
Would I be correct in saying that maybe he's rebelling because of that? That's where it's like stemming from a little?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
Is he still on the football team?
He is, temporarily. They do have him like a monitoring him on a week-to-week basis because of his grades. He has to maintain that 2.0. So the next thing that we're thinking about is introducing tutoring
Oh,
and getting some
that could be
extra
good.
credit.
Yeah. And then that's also something else that he's going to that's not getting into trouble.
Exactly. And I think that I want to try to maybe have some type of meet and greet and invite his friends over so I can
Okay.
meet them and just see exactly who's in his circle.
Right. Well, I think that's kind of a cool idea. It may show him that, you're not super mad at him, you're disappointed, you feel disrespected, and you're frustrated, but you still want to support him, and you
Right.
still love him, and you still want the best for him, and you still care for him. So maybe having all of his friends over and getting to meet them and having like a, guys' night where they're watching TV, a movie or something like that.
Something
Maybe that-
simple.
yeah.
I don't want him to be rewarded, but I also
Right.
need to find a way to connect with him for him
Mhm.
to open up. And it's really my goal is to see who are you communicating with, who are you
Mhm.
spending your time with away from
Yeah.
the home. And we're all kind of disconnected from that. I mean, we know about maybe one of his friends, but
Okay.
and we're not seeing him around much anymore. So is there something going on there as
Right.
well? We
Right.
really don't know.
Yeah, and that's frustrating when he wants to go out and you want to be the nice parent and let him,
Exactly.
but that is hard.
Exactly. I mean, I, look back at my childhood
Mhm.
and I didn't have anyone to say, well, this is an option or there's, let's meet in the
Mhm.
middle. And I always wanted to do that with them because if I don't have their buy-in, they're going to sneak around, they're going to do
Mhm.
whatever they want to do. So that's kind of when I want to try to work with him because I now think back at like, it didn't work for me, just no.
Mhm.
So it's not going to work for them.
So, am I hearing you say that as your childhood wasn't the most spectacular, so now you're trying to make your kid's childhood even better than yours?
In a way, I mean, I can't say it wasn't. I had a great childhood, but it was the parent is the authority and you don't have a voice as a child.
Right.
And I did things that I probably would not have done if I had some type of input. I
Okay.
wouldn't have had to sneak.
Right.
So I would like to incorporate, their buy-in. I have in some ways, but I
Mhm.
think I need, as they get older, I need to start giving more responsibility for them to make decisions.
Right. Yeah, I think that's a good way of parenting too. Not too strict, but also having boundaries and letting them have some sort of freedom, which it really seems like that's what you've been doing.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying. It's with Roberto, it's been a challenge, I
Mhm.
must say. But I'm willing to try anything because
Mhm.
my goal is for him to be healthy and happy.
Right. And it does seem like you've been setting healthy boundaries and that you're not just, giving in and stuff like that. So
Thank you.
I'm proud of you for that because I know that's something that you've been wanting to work
Mhm.
on, and boundary setting is hard.
Exactly.
is.
It is. It's hard to be,
Yeah.
the disciplinary and try not to be their friend.
Mhm.
I find sometimes I can be a little drastic, like removing the door,
Right.
but having a conversation about, do you want it back on? This is what it's going to take for you to keep it on.
Right.
And then to go right back around and
Mhm.
you're sneaking out,
Yeah.
So I just have to figure out a
Mhm.
way for him to be able to communicate with me about his needs
Mhm.
and to be open to him.
And it's also setting expectations with the door.
Mhm.
My expectations are that you're not going to lie to me, you're not going to be doing drugs, you're not going to be sneaking out, whatever they may be. So,
You made a valid point. That is true. And I think even though I believe I was clear, maybe I wasn't clear enough.
right. Okay, so I'm interested to see where this is going to go with him, and I will be thinking about you and sending you positive thoughts and energy because I know that this is taking a lot out of you. I can see it, even even the way you're speaking about it.
It's exhausting. It truly is.
So I want to give you a little bit of homework,
Okay.
and I want you to do something this weekend. The weekend's coming up. I want you to do something for you. Something that you enjoy, that doesn't have to do with being a mom, doesn't have to
Okay.
do with, even if it's, taking a yoga class or, anything.
Oh, I used to like yoga. Okay,
Yeah.
I could do that.
Yeah, maybe go to a class or grab brunch with a friend. Do something for you where you, obviously it's impossible to not think about your kids,
Right.
but try to do something where you're focusing on you. Do you think you could do that?
I can. I mean, just thinking about it, I feel a little bit more relaxed.
Good.
You know, so
Good.
I think it is time for me to focus on myself. Just,
Good.
I can definitely do that for homework.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Great. So are you free next week at the same time?
I am.
Okay, perfect. Great. Now I will see you then.
Thank you.
Alrighty.